all right, man. Blessed day. It's a beautiful day out today. This is, of course, Ja Jones. If you don't know who I am, you haven't been paying enough attention to my promos that I've been running. As again, I am the promo king. As the promo king, we've been working with a lot of different artists on our channel. If you don't know about the channel, you can definitely go into the bio, hit the link up at the top, and you'll see clearly that there is a YouTube link. Hit the link and go check us out. We're Ups for Debate TV / Talk Hip Hop TV. So today we definitely want to link up with some of the artists that we've been promoting lately. One of them, namely, is June Fargo, and he's a up and coming. I won't even say up and coming anymore. I think he's a well-established artist by now. Do his own due diligence, going through the independent market and really putting out banger after banger after banger of solid R&B music. And I know for a lot of individuals that are younger today, the R&B thing ain't the thing because we have all these other individuals that rap and also sing nowadays. So it seems like the R&B market has really been saturated. But I believe personally, as an R&B listener, I mean, me as a young man coming up, I think that the thing that R&B really brings us is that the experience, heartbreak, heartache, loss, and it shows that humanistic nature and how we're all pretty much connected. I mean, nobody's emotions are different than anybody else's. Now, they might affect you differently. You might feel more strongly about something than somebody else does. But by listening to R&B, you learn about the mistakes that other people have made in their relationships. And hopefully, if you pay deep enough and close enough attention, when you go through the same similar experiences, might find yourself thinking to yourself, do I really want to do this? Do I want to be that type of person that's going to cause this heartache? That not all R&B is breakup music. Some R&B is expressions of love, and dedication. Women sing songs about their men and praising them and loving them to death, and they also explain why. That man is always there for him. He holds her down. He buys her flowers. She feels confident when she's with him. And I really think that that's lacking nowadays. And the youth are not paying attention to R&B at all. Everybody's just listening to rap music or different variations of hip hop in and of itself. But here at Talk Hip Hop TV, we want to talk about everything. We want to talk about the entertainment value, the quality of entertainment, and dig deeper into it. So right now I'm waiting, hopefully soon, June will send me a request to join, and we can definitely go in and start this interview, and y'all can learn more about this young artist, how he's been on his grind, how he's been out there doing his thing, and maybe even go and hit that link again and see some of his music videos, because these brothers that I'm also going to be interviewing that are connected to June are individuals that are also, doing their thing. Okay, hold on real quick. I'm going to see if I can pull June in right now.
Hey.
Here we go, bro. How you doing today, bro?
Good. What's going on, brother, man?
It ain't much at all, man. It's right now, today is really about you. I personally respect your craft. I've listened to your catalogs of music, before we've ever even spoken. I was put on to you early on by Vigo Harris over there and Sammy Chan TV. Go check out those two channels on YouTube as well. Vigo Harris TV and as well as Sammy Chan TV, and also Street Religion. Go over there and check out Street Religion, because they definitely popping and they doing something to, I feel, bring a lot more energy back into the industry that I feel is just dominated by a whole bunch of people looking at stats in a boardroom saying this is the type of music that we need to put out.
Right.
And I really feel that it's dumbed down the music and it's watered down the music. So me personally, seeing brothers like you, young brothers that are very passionate about what y'all are doing, that are serious about your craft and learning from other people and trying to become better, I really think it's time for us to get back on the independent side and stop going after these conglomerates when we have TuneCore, we have Disco Kid, and we have a whole bunch of other different ways. But the only problem behind those sources, no one's there to promote y'all.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So introduce yourself, let the people know who you are, so they can get a better understanding.
I'm June Fargo. I'm a hip hop, R&B singer, pop singer. I do drill. I actually I do a little bit of R&B drill. Y'all are probably gonna see a lot of people doing that. Yeah, I can honestly say I'm probably the person who's starting this R&B drill wave, and then I started doing it on TikTok, and I started seeing people copy my style. So y'all are gonna see that a lot.
Okay, yeah. So you're definitely an innovator. You're an innovator as well. You know. Yeah. Definitely. So what's your TikTok? Give them your TikTok so if they want to, they can follow you on TikTok and see what you're doing.
It's at June Fargo, JunFargo.
Okay, now going back into that name, I know originally you were Ja Junum. Ja Junum.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what made you switch the name over to June Fargo?
So growing up, I had like a love for like Toronto artists, Drake, The Weeknd, Tory Lanez, Bieber, Nav. Like I think the whole like Toronto scene is just crazy. And when I moved out to Vermont from Massachusetts, I was always dropping in June. And everyone just called me June because Ja Junum, so the June in it was just everyone called me June. And Tory Lanez, he used to go by Fargo. He drops on like Fargo Fridays and stuff. He was my favorite artist at the time, so I was just gonna June Fargo, just put them all together. June is one of the hottest months of the year, so I'm trying to drop in June, have the hottest music. So put.
Oh yeah, and plus you're making that R&B. That's that baby making music. So you already know a whole bunch of babies is gonna be popping out because of you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But so why R&B? It seems like that today, you know, R&B in of itself has been in a steady decline to me in the music industry. You don't see a lot of people hitting like Trey Songz or even going back to Tank or any of these different artists that I grew up listening to and appreciating. It seems like you don't see a lot of individuals doing that now. Why R&B?
It's beautiful, man. Like R&B, like if you listen to rap nowadays, it's all the same thing. It's either women killing, drugs, or money. That's all it is. But R&B, there's so many stories that are untold. Everybody feels pain. Everybody falls in love. Everybody has heartbreak, and those are endless amounts of stories you can make. And I just feel like I just fit into that. I've seen so many countless heartbreaks. I've gone through so many countless heartbreaks. And it just speaks to me, man. I grew up listening to like Trey Songz, like you just said. Not really Tank, but like I grew up in the Trey Songz, Neo, Mario era. So
got you.
It just
got you. No, I know all those artists. I mean, I love R&B. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude that loves to listen to R&B. As I was saying before I brought you into the introduction of the interview, that for me growing up, R&B was to put me up on game. You know, what do women want? How have men messed up? And how I can learn from those things and adapt from those expressions. You know, I mean, Mary J. Everybody loves Mary J.
Right.
Mary J. She stays in that heartbreak. You know what I mean? So it taught me the effect of, you know, the things that I did and how they correspond to women and how women hold on to these things and sometimes repress their feelings and stuff like that. And it's like a bubbled up. So I always learned that to be the type of person that expressed myself, talk to my woman. Like, come on, let's sit down, let's talk, tell me what I did wrong, you know what I mean? And if you're right and I see your point, then babe, I'm gonna try to make it better. And that's what R&B has always done for me.
Right.
You know, and it's always reminded me of the beautiful women out there. It's like, yo, man, these women, oh my God, I love women. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that R&B has always done. It's always been that passion, that pain, the mistakes, the breakup, and then it gets to the happiness. You know, there's been plenty of women out there that have expressed that, yo, I love my man. My man was there for me. And Mary J was at that point for a little while. I think her music went down a little bit when she was happy. Crazy that, you know, we definitely seen the love drama. But going back, you said that you're originally from Massachusetts, born and raised?
Born and raised, 413, Western Mass.
Okay. And then you end up coming over into Vermont. And I know from your bio that you sent me, you hooked up with a certain music group. Tell us more about that music group and how they helped push you further.
Street Religion?
Yeah, definitely. Street Religion. Shout out to Breezy. Shout out to Young Breeze.
That's in my blood. Breeze is my cousin.
Okay, copy. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that, and I chop it up with Breeze.
Yeah, Breeze is my cousin. RPRG. Now it started with me, Sammy Chan, Breeze, RG, Noah, dude named Zach, and then we just like branched out. We used to go out to like Putney, recording the bando. Sammy Chan, yo, he's literally the godfather of all this. He made it possible. He got us the computers, the equipment, made sure we had rides back and forth in and out of the state. He really has kept the wheels in motion. And now he's shooting shit.
I chop it up with Sammy. A couple of days ago. He was editing something new that he's putting out on his channel. So definitely, when you get a chance, look inside the promotions that I've been doing on my IG. They're for all these different channels that you're talking about and these artists that he's mentioning. Go see what these brothers are doing. They're totally independent. You know, some of them come from hustler background, some of them don't. But at the end of the day, they came together and created a collective of solid artists. And they continue and they shoot their own music videos themselves. They've learned how to edit and master their own music. I have links in some of the material up there definitely on my YouTube. So make sure y'all hit that link in the bio to go to my YouTube as well, and you can see and get all their music that we're going to be talking out with. So what was the first album that you dropped or mixtape?
Here and Now 1.
Okay. And what were you trying to? What was the feeling for Here and Now? What were you trying to express in Here and Now?
I was really just getting my feet wet, and it was I would say it was like Drake's prime, Meek Mill's prime this was before Drake and Meek started beefing. So, and before I was really even singing, so I was just really like rapping, and it was really just like it was at the end of like the lyrical era, like where people are trying to be gritty. It was like late 2014, early 2015. So before like all this like mumble rap started coming and stuff. So
okay. And you were basically letting people know you here right now and let's get it. All right. And then you end up following that up with Honey, I think, right? Was that what it was called? Well, Hennessy.
Levels of Hennessy.
Levels of Hennessy, exactly. Yeah, now, what were you trying to express through Levels of Hennessy?
Kind of dipping into R&B a little bit, more rap. And the reason we call it Level of Hennessy is because with like Hennessy and Hypnotic, if you ask Breeze, it's like you might have seen like memes for it too, but like you ever seen like, oh, it only takes me a couple shots of Henny to get like loose or whatever. So like each song was like a different level that like you could vibe to, and we felt
it was like taking another drink.
Yeah.
Take another drink. Oh, that's good. That's deep. That's definitely deep for the drinkers out there and those that understand that behind every cup comes a different mood. You know, you start getting slumped a little bit. You be like, oh, I'm feeling that dizziness. Oh, snap. Then you see the shorty, be like, oh, snap, your mom, come over here. Let's get it popping. So definitely, now that was a good look with that joint. For real. So, from your bio, you've been working with a lot of different management. You've worked with management out of Massachusetts, and eventually you end up in some type of a competition. Tell people about that.
The Shade 45?
Exactly.
So me and Breeze, we were under management. It was Legit Lioness.
Okay.
One of my homegirls, Cash, she used to manage Street Religion, and she was like the first one that like really managed us, and it was new to her too. And she kind of got us into the Boston music circuit. We were going down to Sammy's Patio in Revere, Mass, kind of on the edge of Boston.
Okay.
Once a month, every other week, doing shows. And the dude Chaz Ray, he had a competition. First place would end up on Shade 45 with Lord Sear and another dude. And I messaged him. I'm like, yo, what do I got to do to win this real quick? He said sing. Because he said everyone up there is going to be rapping. So I wrote 2 brand new songs, and we got first place. We went up there. They made my wife and Breeze's girlfriend at the time and one of our homies stand outside because it was the middle of January. I was like, nah, I can't be having that. It's too cold for that. It was like -2 out in New York. And like New York be brick as fuck. So they're like, all right, we got to ask our boss. And they're like, yo, our boss wants to talk to you. Here comes Sway Calloway.
Okay.
Dapping me up, all casual, talking to me. I'm like, damn. Sway, I grew up off Sway in the morning, MTV in the morning, MTV. Craziest moment of me and Breeze's life, I swear to God. And then here comes Wyclef coming in, asking to sing, ask for my contact info. So that's when we know it was real. Shit was getting real for us.
Exactly. So did anything ever come about, the contacts that you had with Wyclef? Did you ever get the link with him and work anything out with him or anything like that?
I think I was too new because I just like hit him up as like more of like a fan. I was like, yo, you gave me a number to hit you up. And then
you didn't have that professional
team. Yeah, his management
team. You weren't
team.
on that professional level yet with it.
So I just hit him up as if like I would text you or whatever, like a homie. So it didn't really it didn't pan out. But Sway still follows me. And he was like, yo, when you get a little bigger and you're ready, like DM me and I'll have you come back up. And he saved like the message in the chat and everything. So when things
shout
get a
out
little
to
bigger,
Sway. We see Sway is a real one. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely a real one. He like what you kick.
Super humble, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, what now? We spoke a little bit about your TikTok thing that you've been doing, right? So what are you trying to do with TikTok? Are you still trying to get signed to a major, or you're just trying to influence the culture as best as you can by just constantly putting out music?
Growing up, my whole goal has been to like sign with a major because it's like that's what a lot of people see, and just being independent, studying the game. I follow Russ a lot, and I like see a lot of the stuff he's done, and he gives a lot of like free game. And like realistically, nobody needs to sign to a major. It's really about getting like distribution and like your publishing right, because it's really selling your soul. You don't want to sell your masters and then you owe a company millions of dollars that you can't make back, so you're just going broke. Because signing to a label, there's no difference between that and taking out a business credit card, because at the end of the day, they'll front you the money, but you got to get it back, and then some.
Yes, you got to pay it back. Yeah, you definitely got to pay it back. So you also mentioned that when you won that contest, you actually penned 2 original songs. So you're a writer. You don't go out and just make other people's songs. A lot of people do that who sing. They just sing other people's songs, or they get somebody else to write their stuff, and really it's the person behind them, but you have the voice. So you actually write all of your original
everything.
music.
I've never had anybody write a single word for me.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's dope, man. That's dope. So I want to go into something that happened with one of your label mates over at Street Religion. How did the demise, the early and uneventful passing of RG really affect you and Street Religion as a whole?
That was our brother, man. Being
rest
from
in peace,
Mass,
RG.
Yeah, RPRG, like RG's world forever. He was like the light, man. He, like him and Breeze, they were closer than me, but like we were all brothers. I remember like being in the studio and we'd be like recording a song, and these two would start beef, and they got to go outside and slap box. Like that's That's the life that we live. Yeah.
That's gangster.
And
That's gangster. That's hood for real.
and
That's
me and
hood for real.
RG, we you know, he traveled around a lot. He was getting his money up, going back and forth to Florida, being in studios and all that stuff, linking with people, and it's just a shame. It's just a shame, like the situation that happened. It shouldn't have happened, man. But I know he's watching over us. I know we're gonna carry his name. We ain't letting the torch go out. But he was the best one of us, man.
So definitely, did y'all kind of like slow down a little bit after his passing? Because it seems like after that, it seems like a lot of y'all kind of, you know, separated a little bit, and like the consistency on the grind and putting out new material kind of like waned a little bit. Did it affect y'all in that? Am I correct in my assessment?
I feel like that's true. I feel like we all needed to like take time to grieve, because you never, it's like you see people die around you, but when it's that close and you've never had like crazy death like that, it definitely hits. It definitely hits. I think about it every day. I remember Breeze called me at like 4 a.m, and I just like hung up on him and just stared at my phone because it didn't feel right.
Yeah, you didn't want to accept it. You didn't want to accept the reality. It was like, hold on, I can't deal. Nah, that didn't just happen. Write that off. Nah, that didn't just happen. I'm dreaming. No, I know the feeling. I've been there before. I've had a lot of tragedy in my own, amongst my own crew and close friends who've passed, you know what I'm saying, due to circumstances that we all wish never happened. So I definitely understand that. Are you working on any new material as of late?
I'm trying to drop once a month. I actually have a song dropping at midnight. It's called Liar. This song is very special. I can tell you know your music history, so I'm about to fuck you up. So Shaka Khan, Through the Fire.
Okay. Yeah.
It dropped in 1984. 20 years later, Kanye dropped Through the Wire. 18 years later, I'm dropping Liar, and that drops at midnight, featuring Liza Chanel.
Okay, so are you dropping it on what social media? What could we find it on? Like, where can we find
platforms? It? Apple, Google Play, Deezer, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It's gonna be everywhere.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit about it? I'm not asking you to sing. I'm not trying to put you. I know you can. I've seen you sing right on the spot. So I'm not trying to do that in this interview. But can you just give us a little bit about it? I mean, it's called Liar. That's profound.
Yeah. So
label something Liar.
A lot of like music from females I see lately is like about like toxic men and just stuff like that. And this is reverse. It's you as the male realizing that the woman you're with is like super toxic and manipulative, and you're getting out that situation.
I'm gonna love that. Nah, I gotta hear it because I just broke up with my fiance. You know what I mean? And we were together for almost 5 years, and that's exactly what the situation was. You know, she was toxic, she was manipulative, she was a liar, she was hiding things, and when the whole picture came out, because the thing about a liar is you got to have a great memory.
Right.
That's the best liars are the best pathological liars. If they got a good memory, you done, because they always going to be able to reiterate the same story over and over again.
Yeah, and never switch up.
Exactly. With her, it was like bits and pieces here, there, and all of a sudden I kind of put it together and still missing stuff. But it was just like, nah, you ain't good for me, mama. You ain't good. I'm putting too much work and effort in, and at the end of the day, I can't trust you. And I have trust issues. You know what I mean? People again, go into the bio, hit the link, go over to the YouTube channel. You'll learn more about me as an individual and the type of lifestyle I've lived. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not no square. Right now, I'm talking, you know, you hear my voice, but I always articulate this way. I'm a street dude.
Yo, for sure.
Ever since I was young. Right now, I was on the phone a couple of hours ago with my homies. They like, yo, you got to come back to New York. We need the Broad Street Bully back. We need you back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, dog. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm living a good, decent life where I'm at, working hard, definitely trying to promote y'all brothers because your whole crew is talented.
I appreciate that, bro.
Seriously, when I started listening to your music and seeing where you were coming from, and I fought for some of your music already. All right, some of your music were using beats from other people, and I got hit with copyright claims, right?
Oh.
They released them though after they heard you. And that's what a lot of people don't know. That when you're dealing with YouTube, you can use somebody else's beat, but they're gonna get the royalty money for it. But YouTube gives you an opportunity to actually talk to these other people and say, hey, look, I ain't got the money to pay to get this thing released, but listen to the artist. If you listen to what he did to this beat and you don't disagree, and you saying it's garbage, keep the claim, I'll take it down. If you think that this brother has something, don't hold them back. I've had 3 of your songs released from the copyright claim.
That's wild.
So that's bigger artists that listened to what you did to their beat and was like, yo, this boy killed it. I ain't stopping him. You know what I'm saying? So, June, I don't want to keep you too long. This is the first time I'm doing this way, but one of my homies said, yo, if you can't get to the brothers, do something. So I'm definitely I got to link up with Breeze. We got to do an interview. I got to link up with Sammy. We got to do an interview. And I got to link up with everybody pretty much on Street Religion. And remember that name, y'all. If y'all type in Street Religion right now, you will see the whole crew. And you tell me whether or not these brothers have what I'm saying. I'm doing this for free. Me and June have never met personally. I hit him up because I respected him and because of me knowing Breeze, and told him, I want to interview you, homie. Like, I want to give you a chance on my little platform. You know, I only got 1,400 subscribers on YouTube. We're growing. We're growing at a consistent rate, and some of it's because of you. You know what I mean? So I want you to never think that people aren't listening. You've achieved the stuff that you've achieved. Now I'm taking it in a different direction through my fan base now, and people are responding. All right. But what I want you to do after we get off this, I want you to send me the link. Send me a link for that song so I can put it in your bio. And I can put it in the bio under this, because I'm going to take this down after, and I'm going to actually put this interview on YouTube under our Talk Hip Hop TV. So
hey,
as far as anybody who's listening, this is what we're going to be doing. I'm showcasing the underdogs that shouldn't be the underdogs. The industry is stopping brothers like this from being able to get his music to go national and international, because they're already invested in the artists that are already there. And older artists don't even have the power to break new artists anymore. This is not the 90s. The people in boardrooms that are sitting there saying, oh, we think this guy is hot, and they're forcing it down. And listen, if you listen to something 20 times on the radio, guess what? You're going to start singing it. They know that. So in certain ways, the industry is programming you to like music, and you think you like it, but it's just that you've heard it everywhere. So now what we're doing with Talk Hip Hop TV is showcasing the independent artists and giving them an opportunity to have real solid interviews, to interface with their viewing public so they can get to know. Oh, I have one more. Whoa, before I do that, I got one more question.
Oh, for sure.
Last question. You're a bigger guy, right?
Yes,
and I know, and what I first got from you was that Biggie R&B vibe. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about R&B, there has been a lot of success amongst, heavier artists. You know what I'm saying? Do you find that in this modern trend where everybody's trying to be super healthy and super slim, that might be affecting some of the reasons why you haven't been able to get signed with a major? Or do you think it's just that they don't think that you have the appeal for today's demographics?
I'm not sure. I know a lot of people, like, they're like, oh, you sing? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'll show them, and I'm like, oh, you don't look like a singer, you look like a rapper. And I feel like that's a stereotype, just because, like, just how I look and how I dress. I don't dress like super, like, dressed down or preppy or whatever. I wear whatever I like. I like flashy stuff, Jordans, designer. Just I don't know. But kinda. But there are some bigger singers that are popping right now. Rod Wave, T-Rail.
Okay.
Yo, check out T-Rel. You gonna like him. He kind of he's like the new version of Tank, but bigger.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I like Tank music. I really like Tank music growing up. Tank was always, he made that music to make me really be like, damn, did I really hurt her like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did I really hurt her like that? Did I really fuck up and you know what I mean? When you in the car and you think you right, you driving away, next you know that song come on and you be like,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Did I fuck her head up like that by doing that? By me saying that and expressing myself that way? Did I really hurt her like that? And that's what R&B has always been for me. It's been a chance for me to look at other people's mistakes when it comes to this passionate relationship stuff and think, yo, maybe I need to check myself. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what's lacking today across the music spectrum, and this is why the kids are, no one's thinking. Everybody's just like, yo, go kill them, go get that money, go fuck 5 hoes. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I still wasn't out there doing my thing, but still these things gave me something to look back and think back about my relationships and what I was doing. But hey, thank you very much, June. If you want to plug anything, you want to give them any more information about you, where they can find your music, this is the time, brother.
It's June Fargo, all platforms. And when I say all platforms, I mean all platforms. Liar drops featuring Naija Chanel at midnight. You aren't going to want to miss that, I promise. So,
all right, brother. Peace. This is Ja Jones, June Fargo, signing off from Talk Hip Hop TV, man.
Yes, sir.
One.